Now, let me just, I've got to organise myself here. Hello, 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 hello. I haven't got the camera in the right position. Let me just move this down. Hold on a second. Oh. Sorry about that. Right. How to drop your phone on the floor. I've set my setup a bit differently. So I'm just trying to get it all sorted out. Hello, hello, hello. Right, I've got my little tutorial set here in front of me. What I might do though is put it behind. Let's see if that works better. Yeah, that's probably going to work better, I think. Let's move that back as much as I can. Right, so I've got everything sort of organised. Bear with me a second. I've got everything organised. Hello there. Hello, Shahina. What I thought I'd do today is, a few of you liked my look that I did the other day with Lisa Eldridge, the Myth look. I still don't like this angle of this camera, but anyway, never mind. It'll have to do because I don't think it's gonna move much more. That's better. So I thought I'd do that look. Hello, 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 hello. I thought I'd do that look, and I've got everything organised behind me. But never, if you're a YouTuber, never set up a new setup live on YouTube. That's a bad idea. And I've also got a couple of new products that arrived this morning that I want to show you. And yeah, so let's get going. So I'm going to put on some magic cream, which is here. And how is everyone? I've been in absolute agony. And thank you to Nina and Rebecca yesterday, because I was very, very low. It looks like they've found something on my x-ray. The x-ray department contacted my doctor within hours of me having the x-ray, even though normally it takes 10 to 12 days. But get this, I've got to wait a week to speak to the doctor, unless I call on the day to make an appointment. So I was going to do it today, but I didn't sleep very well, so I slept in. And I wonder what they saw. You got a couple of deliveries today. What are you waiting for, Shahina? Don't you just love magic cream? By the way, there's a dupe of magic cream now. Have you seen it? Makeup Revolution are doing a dupe. And I looked at the ingredients, and they've got a lot of the ingredients in there. Obviously, they're not going to be having all the ingredients, because the reason magic cream's so expensive is some of the ingredients are quite expensive, but they've got the camellia oil in it, and it's £6. I'm going to ring up. So basically, Shahina, I was going to ring up this morning at 8 o'clock, because she said, you need to speak to a doctor. I'm going to give you an appointment for next week to just get a telephone follow-up. And I said, can't I speak to him sooner? And she said, no. And I said, aren't there any cancellations? She said, we don't do that here. She said the only thing you can do is ring at 8 o'clock and try and get through to get a same day appointment. So I was going to do it this morning, but as I said last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was in so much agony I couldn't get upstairs. And Jack was up and he came down and helped me upstairs. And I thought what I need for my mental health last night is to sleep until I wake naturally. I need the sleep, and then mentally I can deal with anything. Because yesterday I was mentally very fragile. And when you're mentally very fragile, you can't deal with pain as well. And I really felt very, very low. So I decided I'm going to sleep until I wake, and then I'm going to call them at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And that was a good decision for me. Now, I'm going to put on some of this eye cream. I got this in a set from QVC. And I did a little spoiler alert. I've got so many videos lined up that I haven't been able to edit because I've just literally been so distracted with pain that I just can't concentrate on anything long enough. And this is a little sample of Gatineau's. Let me tell you what it is. Gatineau's Age Benefit Regenerating Eye Cream. It's quite good. But this is not the main thing. Now, I got this on QVC. You cannot get it cheaper anywhere else. And they'd sold out the other day. And my daughter-in-law, stepdaughter-in-law, came over and tried some. And they'd sold out. And she said, let me know the minute they're back in stock. And I did. And she's bought one. So if you're interested in this, I would definitely snap it up before it goes, because when you go to Gatineau's site, I'm going to tell you all about this. When you go to Gatineau's site, it's 50 quid. On QVC, this is £37, and you get this eye cream, which is a decent 5ml size, but it's this that's the thing. Now, let me just put some on. It is called, yes, sleep deprivation is used as torture. This is called the Miracle Eye Contour Cream. Now, do you remember Unisex Healthy Glow and how I loved it until they messed about with the colour? And it was like a white cream, and as it adjusts, as you rub it in, it adjusts to your skin tone. Well, this is skincare for the eyes, but it is like that. So I'm going to put it under one eye. Let's do this one, shall we? And you put a little bit on your finger like this. My sister's bought one, and my stepdaughter-in-law. Probably put a bit too much there, but you need to just rub it until it adjusts to your skin tone. Look at that. Now, obviously, I haven't got foundation on yet, so it probably looks a bit weird. But look at that. Now, I'm going to do this eyelid as well. This is fantastic stuff. And it's skincare as well. It's very, very smoothing on the eyes. Now, you see how it's taken down all the discoloration from my eyes. That's before I've put concealer on or anything else. Now, my stepdaughter-in-law is basically half black. So she's quite darker than me. And it worked on her skin tone. What do you think? What do you think of that? I'm going to do the other eye now. I didn't put as much on that one. I think I went a bit nuts on that side. Oh, I didn't see Sunshine's thing on Bloom. Is it nice? It doesn't make my eyes water. And it's not really makeup, it's skincare, but it's got some pigment in it. Now you can see that one looks better because I didn't put too much on. So if anyone's interested in that, it's called Perfection Ultime and it's Miracle Eye Contour Cream. If you go onto QVC, you can get it for £36, which is £50 on Gatineau's site. £36, and you get a 5ml, quite generous sample also of their age benefit regenerating eye cream. Okay, it's certainly, if you put it on before your makeup, you don't need as much concealer. Now, the second thing I want to show you is I ordered this morning, and I'm going to do a separate video on this. I ordered from my favourite company to order from, Beauty and the Boutique, because they're such lovely people. They really are, quite genuinely the best customer service people I've ever known, right? And I ordered this, and they always send love hearts, which Jack always pinches. And I ordered 2 products from them. One of them I haven't tried yet, it's still in the tissue. It only arrived this morning. Is a pen for cleaning up, you know, cleaning up your mistakes on the side. And I thought that was really handy. Now it's £16, which is quite expensive. But I haven't seen anything like it anywhere else. I saw one on Amazon that had no reviews on it and looked quite cheap and nasty. So I didn't want to risk that. So I'm going to try that at some point. But you know, I'm always on the hunt for when I'm in pain and I've got absolutely no energy to put some makeup on. You know, Daniel Sandler is my go-to red, because you put on the lipstick and it just lifts your face, brightens your face without you having to do anything else. This lipstick is new in on Beauty and the Boutique, and it does the same job, except it's a bright pink. And I love it. Pop some on your cheeks and you're good to go. I'm not going to put it on my cheeks right now. Now, this one, now if you go onto the website and look, she says this suits every skin tone. And she's right. If you look, there's pictures of really fair people and really dark people and everything in between. And it literally suits every skin tone. And it's called Insane, and it's by Lord & Berry. I've never had a Lord & Berry product before. Is Lord & Berry sold at John Lewis? I don't know. But this was £20 on Beauty and the Boutique. Okay? And I just think it's worth giving them the custom because they're such good people in terms of their customer care. They really are. I put in a request. I asked them about what shade I'd be in something the other day on Instagram, and they replied within 2 hours. Not sold at John Lewis. But anyway, Beauty in the Boutique. Lovely. And really creamy. If you've got dry lips, not necessarily going to last. It's not your non-transferable, but it's got lots, you can feel it's got lots of nourishing oils in it that's going to keep your lips hydrated. I'm going to leave that on for now. because I'm now going to do the look, the precise look that I did the other day that you all liked with my Lisa Eldridge Myth palette. I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go in with Beautiful Skin Foundation. There we are. Let me try one of my new brushes. One of my Charlotte Tilbury dupes. And thank you to those of you. I think I've sold about 11 brushes. So thank you to those of you. I'm going to do an Amazon finds video because I'm now an Amazon associate. And so if you see anything you like, don't buy for the sake of it. But if you see anything you like on those videos, you will be giving me a small commission, but also you'll be helping me to continue being an Amazon associate, and it all helps. You know, it won't make me a millionaire overnight, but it will all help to keep my channel going and to be able to buy new products for you all. So I'm going to just put on Beautiful Skin Foundation. I got one of Charlotte Tilbury's testers as well. You know, the testers of the Beautiful Skin Concealer, because I bought it originally in 6.5, which is way too light for me. And I think I'm probably a shade 8. Now I'm going to just pop a little bit more over my cheek peaks. And I'm going to avoid putting this near my eyes because it can make my eyes water. Oh, it does. And as I said, if you put that on before your makeup, you're not going to need to put as much concealer on under your eyes. And the more product you put around your eyes, especially if you've got a few fine lines, the more product you put on, then the more you're going to accentuate fine lines. Now, I'm going to show you because I got this card from Charlotte Tilbury with the, I think I'm definitely, the problem is these things dry out, but I think I'm definitely an 8. So I need to purchase an 8 Beautiful Skin Concealer. That's the 8. But there isn't that much left on here and it's sort of dried out. But it was also good because I wanted to try out contouring. Like if I use the really dark 17.5, it's actually a really nice contour shade. It's got this sort of deep red in it, but not orange. There's no hint of orange. So it's actually really quite a nice contour shade. And it doesn't matter that it's really dark as long as you blend it in. So I just get my brush. It's difficult to blend because I used this before and it's dried out a bit on the packet. Can you see? It's a really, really pretty contouring shade. And you can do that. You can use the lighter colours to kind of highlight where you want to as well. But you see, I have got, this is the one that I got, 6.5 of Beautiful Skin. And it's too light, but I'm going to make it work. I might need to mix it. The fact that I've put a little bit of number 8 underneath has adjusted it just enough. Now, what I did the other day when I was doing this look is I then put on the Matte Beauty Blush Wand in Pillow Talk. And I put it on quite generously because I wanted to put it on before my powder. So, you know, she says 1 for day and 2 for disco. I just put on a lot. Because I deliberately wanted to cover it. I'm going to just dab this with my fingers. I want to cover it with powder. So it starts to just look like my skin. I love the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. It's a beautiful colour. I'll swatch it for you in a minute. It's my favourite of all of them. I do like the peachy ones. But I like this because there's a little bit of purple in it. Let me just swatch you this. Let me show it you on a cool skin tone. See how different it looks on a cool skin tone to a warm one. I love it. Absolutely love this one. Right, yeah. So I've deliberately gone a bit over the top with my blush. Because then I went in with my powder. So I used shade 1 because this foundation looks a bit yellow on me. So whenever I've got a yellowish looking foundation, I go in with shade 1, which is the more pinker of the 2 flawless, airbrush flawless foundations. Then because my eyes are looking a little bit bright, I'm just going to put dot of this, because I would then want to do the brightening one, but just want to adjust the tone a little bit because they're looking a bit white in comparison to the rest of my skin tone. And then I've got to sort this setup out because I'm not sure that it works, that the camera is in front of it. But I didn't like, there's a little slot in the brightening one. I look ready for the evening out even without the eyeshadow. That's the thing about a nice bright lipstick and a bit of contouring. So I'm now just putting the brightening one on. Now, before I do something else, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of bronze. Well, let's put a lot of bronzer on. I need to put some down here because I don't match. Always looks like I'm wearing the wrong shade because my chest is so different to the rest of my face. Don't forget to do your ears. And if you're out in the summer and you've got your hair up, to do the back of your neck. I'm just putting on the airbrush bronzer. Right, now I've put on all my face powders. I'm just going to do a bit of or a lot of. I'll do some of that again in a minute, but the airbrush setting spray, because it'll make everything just mush together. Right, let's get on to the eye makeup. So this is the palette. This palette was made for me. So this is the eyeshadow palette in Myth from Lisa Eldridge. And I so wish now that I'd got the green one when it was in stock. I hope she brings it back. If she brings it back, by the way, and any of you spot it, let me know, will you? Because I want the green one. Now, so what I did with this is I went in, first of all, with this shade here, because it's more of a matte shade. I started off with this one, okay? And I put it in my socket and I kind of let it go up quite high. It's been months, has it, that she's not... Sorcery is your absolute favourite. Is that a palette or a shade, Nina? So with this one, I'm using my my Sonia G brush, and I'm letting it go up quite high. And I'm doing a mixture of windscreen wipe and circular motions and holding the brush at the end. So what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to put a timestamp to when I started this eyeshadow part, because I know a few of you wanted to see how I got the look. Okay? Just going to put a bit more this side. Right, and then I went in with the burgundy. And I started from the corner. And I'm taking this quite high, but not quite as high. And again, a mixture of windscreen wiper and circular movements, and making sure that you keep the brush held at the end. That gives you a really nice blend of the colours. It really pays off to spend your time blending. And don't worry if it goes over, because we're going to clean that up. It's the green palette like Myth you have. I am blessed to have them all. Ah, yes. Yeah, I want to get that one. Yeah, you all went berserk, didn't you, when they came out and bought all of them? And I was being well behaved. But I'm not at the moment. I've gone berserk buying loads of makeup. As I've said to Nina and Rebecca, it's like my antidepressant at the moment. I've got another Victoria Beckham haul on its way. So stand by for lots of new things. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this very dark purple. And again, starting at the side. And this time, concentrating a lot more right in the socket of the eye. See, really, really windscreen wiper right into the socket this time. The idea is you're building this up slowly. Now, what I did then is I went back in with the burgundy and just put a little bit of that next to the purple, so I could see some of that pink popping through on the lid. And then I went in with the black. I literally used every shadow in this palette. So I go in with the black right at the corner. Now, it's not going to come out as black. It's just going to intensify that purple. And then you can see now that I'm literally now really, the deeper the shade I go in, the more I target it to a smaller area. Right, so I've targeted it. I just cleaned off the brush. And I'm now just doing little circular motions to make sure it's all blended. Other side. Have a look, make sure that it's roughly the same. Then I went back in with that first transition shade, this one up here, just to smooth out that top line. And don't forget, we're cleaning up the sides in a while. Right, now comes the magic. So the next thing I did was I got my P. Louise white base colour. Put a little bit on the back of my hand. You must all be fascinated because no one's commenting at the moment. Either that or I'm sending you to sleep. Right, so I then got my liner brush because I can do some really detailed work with the liner brush. This is Charlotte Tilbury's liner brush. And I went in and I'm kind of doing an outline about 3/4 of the way across. Right, I'll just clear that off and then I'm just doing this. Just bringing that shadow over. So I don't want there to be a harsh line there. Okay? Then the same the other side, obviously. I'm just pulling the skin taut. This is such a great look to do when you're in pain and you really want to distract yourself. It's not a get ready with me in a hurry look, but... And then I'm just pulling that shadow over so that I don't have a harsh line there. Okay? And now I'm going to take... Now, really what I need is a flat brush for this, but I'm going to do it with my fingers. I need to get my flat brushes out. I've got a whole load. And now I'm going to go in with this shade here. And with my finger, I'm just dotting it. So I'm going to do this in the center. Leaving that bit in the end. So the last quarter, I'm leaving clear. Right, don't worry, I'm gonna go and make sure that there's no, I'm gonna go back and make sure that there's no start lines in a minute. I'm just gonna finish off then by taking this last shade here and popping that. I think this would be even better with a small flat brush. I just haven't got one here, so I'm using my fingers. And can you see as well that I've cheated bigger a mobile lid than I actually have? I've kind of made my mobile lid look bigger than it actually is. Now, all I need to do now is to just, what I'm going to do is with my blending brush, I'm just going to pick up some of this. Just make sure that I go very lightly over here, because we don't want any start lines between each of the colour transitions. Okay, and then with the burgundy colour, again, I'm just going to pick some up. And I kind of just blend it, mushing the two together. So we don't want any lines showing here, because it just should look like a seamless transition between the two. I'll get the silver again and just push it over. And when in doubt, just use your fingers. There, you see? Now, going down, what I'm going to do underneath, and I know I haven't cleaned anything up yet. Let's clean up. Love and mush together. It's that fine finishing touch. Exactly. Then what I'm going to do is, I want to do this, first of all. Right, so again, I'm just pretending that I'm drawing a line. The reason I'm doing this is I'm just wiping away any excess, because if I start just covering that with concealer, it's going to peek through. I should use my new gizmo, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm on a roll. Don't want to start testing new products out. And I'm going to take my concealer like this, because we want to clean up those edges. Now, the reason I'm doing this before I do underneath is because then you've got a kind of line that you're working with. Thank you. Now, with my liner brush, I'm going to work underneath now. I'm going to take the black. So basically what we're doing now is we're doing that transition from very dark to light. So I'm taking the black, and then I'm going to take the purple, so slightly overlapping each time. Then I'll take the burgundy, then I'm going to take this sparkly grey, and then finally, again, just washing off your liner brush in between, is I'm going to take the light one, and then I'm going to try and get it to meet up by just going around there a little bit. Then underneath, what I want, and I haven't got my smudge brush. How annoying. I'll make it work with this. I'm going to take that transition shade and just smudge it. This would be better with a smaller smudge brush, and just smudge it underneath all of those colours until you get to the really light one, just so that you're blurring it out a bit. You're just diffusing it underneath. This liner brush isn't really working to do it properly, but as long as you know So you take that start line away. There we go. So there we have it. That's the eye look. I haven't done the highlighter yet. Now you can use this one. The only thing I don't like about using this is it's got pink in it. So I actually prefer to just use a normal highlighter on that top part. I can't remember if I use this. No, I'm going to go with just a normal highlight. It's lovely, but it's got pink in it. And I just don't think that that's particularly good under the brow. So next, I'm going to take my eyeliners. Now, I use the Victoria Beckham blue because it's a very dark, it's navy noir. It's a blackened blue. Now, that looks actually lighter than it really is. But I went, first of all, into the upper waterline. It just makes it pop more than black. But it doesn't look blue. And then in the top, in the corner, I don't mind it being a bit thicker, but as you go along, I'm really doing my tucking it under the duvet until about there, and then I'll stop. I'm almost painting my lashes and then here, I'm just going to follow that line that I painted. That's why I cleaned up first, right? I'm following the line that I painted, and then you can link it up a little bit by making it a bit thicker in the corner and then taking it down and linking it underneath to about there. Yeah? Right, let's do the other eye. So first of all, upper waterline. And then follow your line that you've created from your clean up, and then go along. But as you get to the middle bit, just really tuck it in under your lids. And then here, as I said, you can afford, this could have done with a bit of sharpening now, but never mind. You can afford to have it a little bit thicker, that end, to just link it up. The corner of my eye is starting to water a little bit, and then link it up underneath. That's not worked as well, that side, because my eyes are a bit watery. And then I'll just smudge that out. Thank you, Terry. I'm just going to smudge this out. I'm using the other end of Victoria's liner. It's all about the blending. And then we want the lower waterline. Now, what I used for that was Victoria Beckham's Kajal in sea grey, because I thought it sort of reflected those colours here. I'll do you a swatch of this in a minute. This is what sea grey looks like. So now all I need to do is my brows and my lashes. And what I did with my lashes is I started off with, where are you? You should be here. I got you ready. Where are you? Where have you gone? Oh, I got the little one, did I? I thought I got the big one out. I started off by using a little sample of Pillow Talk because it really does curl my lashes. Thank you, Nina. That's the thing about if you've got brown eyes and you use a navy blue. No, I'm definitely going to get this right this week. Navy blue is blue is definitely the opposite to brown. That's why Charlotte used when she did the colour-coded shadows, she did a blue palette for brown eyes. Right, I'm not spending too long on the first coat of this. Because it's the second coat with Pillow Talk. So with the second coat, I take the flat side and I get right into the base and I just hold it there and push those lashes up. I don't know why I can't speak properly. And then gradually move them up. And that's when you get the lift. Let me just redo it for this side. Don't want that blob. And then you can go in and get all those little ones that you can't see. That's why I love using the sample sizes. And then what I did, because I really wanted the lashes I have to work hard on my lashes, is I then went in with a third coat, but I switched to the MAC stack for the last coat. Now I've got the curl. There we go. And then I did my brows. Let's do my brows quickly because I think you got to do it all with this. I've got that one really white hair. Now I'm going to really push up the arch in the middle there. Give my eyes a lift. I've ordered the new Victoria Beckham one to try. And also a sculpting stylo. Now the thing to do with this is to then brush through again. And then I finished off with the brows by putting some brow fix. And what I like to do is once I put it on, I let it dry a little bit while I do the other side. And then I just press them down like that. Now the final part of this look, as much as I love this and it does go with the look, we can't not complete this look without putting on Lisa Eldridge's matching lip liner, lip gloss and lipstick to this look. So here is the Enhance and Define lip pencil in shade Myth, which looks like that. Then the lipstick. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm putting gloss on as well, I'm just going to blot my lipstick. And then the lip gloss. And then I'm going to do one last couple of things, because we have to just I want to get it over the eye makeup. Setting spray. And then after the setting spray, one final little thing once it's dried down. I always think with setting spray, more is more. Once it's dried down a bit, I then go back in with Charlotte's Flawless Powder. Come on, dry, dry. And I go over these. Someone said the other day, marionette lines. And I'd forgotten that they can be referred to as marionette lines. And then these shiny bits under here, which make you look like you've got a shadow. You see, it's such a... I love this trick. Immediately you take the shine off it, it takes the bag away. And I really press the powder into that side. I don't powder my whole face because I've just sprayed it, but that's what I do. And then zhuzh my hair up. Zhuzh my hair up, and I'm all ready in my pyjamas to spend the day looking glam and feeling a lot better mentally, because when you have a disability, it's all about keeping yourself mentally well so that you can cope with the physical. And now I feel mentally well and strong. What do you think? Has everyone gone? I'm going to have me cup of tea and see if anyone's commenting or has a question to ask. No, we are here. So if you take a note of that eye look, that would look lovely on you, Nina. I can just see you with that eye look. Right, okay, don't put the bronzer over the blush. Thank you, Terry. Because you like the blush on me. Thank you. I'm always open to suggestions. So, let's put a little bit more on. Yeah, I should have put the bronzer on before, you're right. There you go. Let's put a bit back. Is that better, Terry? Oh, I know what I forgot to do, which I did in the other one. I did forget a step. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Where is it? I brought it out of here. Where's it gone? See, even with it all organised, I've lost things. Ah, slipped to the back. No, that's not what I wanted. Where is it? There it is. Spotlight. And that's what I put under my brows. I forgot all about the highlighter too. There, that's better. No, you're right. Definitely. I should have put the bronzer on first. And I think I did when I did the original look. Okay, so if there isn't any other questions, I'm going to go. But don't forget to like the live. And as I say, I have filmed stuff and I've just got to a point where I've been in pain and just not, you've got to concentrate to edit your lives. Not your lives, your videos. So I've filmed stuff and I've just not got it out. So just bear with me. I love, you know, I've got lots of makeup and I'm feeling, I'm going to get tearful. I'm feeling motivated to get into makeup because it's what's keeping me sane. Stop it, Alison, because you're going to ruin your makeup. I'm just struggling at the moment with pain, and it got far too much with me yesterday, and so I've got lots. See, look, I'm not going to talk about it too much more, or I'm going to ruin my makeup. I've got lots of makeup to show you all, lots of looks. I'm just want you to know what's going on in the background, because I don't find it. I always think when I mention it on my channel, people are going to get bored and they're going to think, I don't really want to hear about your ailments. And I've got that little nagging voice saying, shut up, Ali, no one wants to hear it. But I think you need to know what it is going on in the background. And I am struggling, but I haven't given up. And I haven't given up on showing makeup looks because I'm buying loads of stuff because I want to put out videos. All right? So just stick with me, as I know you will, because I love you all. And I'm going to definitely try this out next. I'm so intrigued. Do you know what? I thought they'd sent me the wrong thing for a minute because it says brow food. But it actually is a chamomile makeup eraser pen. So I'm going to try that out and I'll let you know what that's like. But anyway, until my next video, take care. I love you all. And don't forget to like the live. And please tell your friends to subscribe if they haven't already. Thank you, Terry.